Imagine spending millions on state-of-the-art firewalls, only for your network to be compromised because someone held the door open for a guy carrying a box. We tend to think of information security as a purely digital battleground fought by IT departments, but modern vulnerabilities rarely respect those boundaries. Threats emerge from physical negligence, a distracted employee, or a third-party supply chain failure. Every one of these threats aims at the exact same target, the CIA triad. That stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Whether it's a hacker, a broken pipe, or a lost laptop, the goal is to keep those pillars standing. The 2022 ISO IEC 27001 standard frames information security as a strategic decision. It integrates security requirements directly into the organization's existing management structure and business processes, rather than treating them as a separate technical burden. This framework establishes a unified philosophy. Protection is treated as a core business function, scaled to the specific needs, objectives, and size of the organization. Think of ISO 27001 as the engine of your operation. It defines the macro-level Information Security Management System, or ISMS. As seen in the table of contents, this system starts at the level of leadership. Clauses 4 and 5 require top management to formally define the organization's context, assign clear roles, and commit to a concrete security policy. Once leadership is aligned, the system moves to planning under Clause 6. Here, the organization establishes strict criteria to assess and treat its unique risks. Zooming in on Section 6.12, repeated assessments must produce consistent, valid, and comparable results. This management structure determines which specific doors require locking and why. It establishes the logic behind security investments, ensuring every technical control serves an assessed risk. Once the engine identifies a specific risk, you need the right tool to treat it. That is the role of the 2022 edition of ISO 27002. This document acts as a tactical toolkit. It provides a list of controls, which the text defines as measures that modify or maintain risk. The toolkit covers a wide breadth of scenarios. For example, Control 7.6 outlines the exact security measures required when personnel are physically working inside secure areas. It also provides technological defensives. Control 8.3 details the requirements for restricting information access and managing logical security limits across your networks. The standard even addresses organizational learning. Control 5.27 dictates procedures for analyzing past incidents to identify root causes and reduce the likelihood of future failures. ISO 27002 arms you with a multi-vector arsenal. It ensures that every vulnerability identified by your blueprint has a corresponding tactical countermeasure in the real world. However, a static list of controls will eventually fail as hackers and environmental threats evolve. Clause 9 of the 27001 standard details performance evaluation, mandating strict internal audits and management reviews to check system effectiveness. When audits find a failure, a nonconformity, Clause 10 triggers mandatory corrective actions to address the issue. This creates a continuous feedback loop. Risk assessments trigger controls, while internal audits provide the objective data needed to update those assessments for the next cycle. Information security is never finished. The 2022 standard builds a mechanism designed to hunt for its own weaknesses and adapt to new threats. Because of its high-level structure, known as Annex SL, this ISMS integrates with other major management systems, such as those for quality or environmental management. The 2022 update of ISO 27002 reorganized the toolkit into clear, attribute-driven security domains. As shown in Table A.1, controls are now categorized by their purpose, such as governance, protection, and defense. This evolution ensures the system adapts to modern threats. Table B.1 maps legacy 2013 controls to this updated architecture. The scan reveals controls consolidated into versatile requirements, shifting to an agile framework with new measures for cloud services and threat intelligence. Ultimately, implementing these standards means building an organizational immune system. It creates a strategic asset that provides verifiable trust in a volatile digital world.